Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Scrappy Siren Tarot. This is your general timeless reading for whenever you click on this video. If you're new here, welcome. I do specific sign readings Fridays, Saturdays, and Wednesdays, and I do a collective reading on Sundays. So let's jump right into it and get the general message that you need to hear at this time. So I'm using the Tarot of Oppositions. Spirit, what is the general message that Capricorn needs to hear at this time? What is the general message? Okay, perfect. So we have 3 flyers out. We're going to go with that. Ooh, okay. I'm getting some interesting energy off these cards already. So you have the 7 of Wands. We have the Hierophant, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. All right, so whenever the Hierophant comes out in my readings, I always like to put a little disclaimer that the way I read it is that Spirit is putting it's like a PS on an end of a letter, okay? It's like Spirit wants you to pay particularly close attention to this reading. We'll find out why in a few moments when we clarify these cards, but that's the way I like to interpret it because I've noticed the Hierophant doesn't come out too often. I think during my whole tarot reading journey on YouTube, it's only come out 2 other times, maybe. So yes, Spirit has a specific message for you at this time. And I will also incorporate it for the traditional meaning as well. But let me sit with this message and see what comes through. Okay. So right away, I can tell that you have worked really hard towards something, okay? There's something that you fought for in the material world with the Ace of Pentacles and the 7 of Wands. You really had to earn this, okay? You really had to build yourself up from ground up, is what I'm hearing, okay? This could be in the workplace. This could be your own personal business. But there's some sort of approval or advice that you have recently sought. I'm seeing like you are registering a business recently, or you will be. There's some sort of registration, administration, some sort of recent formal approval or formal advice that you have sought at this time. Okay, and take what resonates. So with the Hierophant, to me, like besides Spirit saying, hey, I want you to pay particularly close attention to this message, it also could mean that you are either seeking counsel, like advice on whatever project it is that you're working on, you're seeking a raise, you're seeking acknowledgement, or you are... It could also mean that you are having to go around the traditional route and fight for it in a way that you didn't think you initially would have to. So for example, if there's something that you desire and you want in the physical world, you might have had to recently go about it in a different way, in a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of... creative way, okay? Because maybe you came across some obstacles and like some bureaucratic red tape, okay? You've had to, if you got denied by one person, you've had to go to this other person. I'm getting that kind of like rerouting energy, whether that be this is just something that's been ongoing and you've had to fight for and there's been obstacles and you've kept going, which is really awesome. I mean, you are a sign that's very steadfast, very steady, very, very good at climbing obstacles, climbing to new heights, all right? So whatever it is, whether you've had to skirt around the red tape, or you've paved your own path, or you're starting your own business, I see it coming to fruition with the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so this is a really strong, independent kind of energy that I'm picking up on. So we're going to clarify with some charms. Charms just help set up the readings for signs and synchronicities. They may or may not resonate with you, but that's okay. We're going to clarify with some more tarot afterwards. But these are just things that might resonate with you and might be things that you should look out for. So we're going to pick 5 charms today. It's just the random number that popped up in my head. And if you like what I do here at Scrappy Siren Tarot, please feel free to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. You'd be surprised how much it helps. Doesn't take too much effort, but it does really help grow the channel and get the message across to people who may want or need to hear it. So we have laugh. When I picked up that charm, I saw someone, like I imagined somebody kind of laughing off, just letting something kind of run off their back. Like, you know, that saying of like, not crying over spilt milk. It's like you have that energy at this time. Like you've just brushed off this adversity. Like you just like, yeah, okay, this is mildly annoying, but you know what, I'm just going to get through it. Like this is the energy that this reading is giving me, and it's really cool. So you have the Eiffel Tower. So for some of you, maybe travel is in your plans. Maybe you're trying to set up a trip, okay? Or maybe you're trying to go to expand your horizons here. We're going to get 3 more. All right, we have this like chicken, like a little baby chick. And it's looking at the ground, which is interesting. So maybe you're searching for something. You're seeking something here. All right, let's get 2 more. Ooh, okay, so we have a key. But this key has a flower in the center of it. So a key with the flower. Maybe some of you are seeking to add some more beauty into your life, whether that means like you fought to make your living environment more comfortable to live in, more aesthetic, more up to your standards. You want to create a place of joy and comfort. All right, so you also have the unicorn. And the unicorn in a lot of tarot decks indicates spirit. So spirit is very present in this reading, I feel like. Spirit wants you to know that you worked really hard for this and you're on the right track. I feel very positive energy from this. So normally I would stop with one more charm, but these 3 charms popped out, like they literally fell out of the bag. So we're going to just take this as the last set of charms. I feel like they need to be together. So we have another flower, another rose. All right, so there's a lot of rose and flower symbolism at this time, which could indicate growth, right, in every aspect of your life. We have 2 spirals, but it also kind of looks like a lemniscat. So some sort of harmony, yin and yang balance is going on here, or you're seeking balance. And we have the butterfly, which symbolizes metamorphosis. And it also is closely related to flowers because insects like butterflies really help to pollinate. And this could also have to do with maybe some networking that you're getting into to help grow whatever this is that you're working on. All right, so let's get back into the tarot. We're going to use the Osho Zen Tarot to clarify the general message that you received. All right, Spirit, please clarify the Seven of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Ace of Pentacles. And you know, in the Ace of Pentacles, there's a little bee in the corner. So definitely messages with cross-pollination, networking, community, some sort of community organization, all right? I see you working your way up. And it's not necessarily in a super traditional way, okay? That's too many. We're gonna clarify the Hierophant, basically. Why is the Hierophant here, Spirit? Why is your mark on this tarot reading at this time? Why are you putting your mark on this tarot? Okay, we have a lot of cards, but we're just going to go with that because we asked a direct question. So I'm assuming this is part of the direct answer. This is a very direct reading here. All right, so on the Seven of Wands, you received completion. And this is an image of the last puzzle piece being added to a puzzle. So with the Seven of Wands and completion, this is giving me the feeling like you fought or you will fight for that last missing piece. And whatever project you're working in, whether it be material in the material world, which is what I'm getting from majority of you, or if you're just looking for a feeling, if you're searching for a feeling that you want to have in your life, whether that be love or community or growth, compassion, you have fought for the last piece. Like you have really worked for it. Okay, there was something missing. There was like the last step. There was the last thing you needed to put a bow on it. Okay, this is Spirit saying you are coming to completion of that cycle. And you've worked really hard for it. So on the Hierophant, I asked, okay, Spirit, why is the Hierophant here? Why is your mark on this reading? And we got silence, the Fool, mind in reverse, and aloneness. Okay, so this is a very serious message. And I think the reason why Spirit wants to emphasize this particular message at this time is because they want you to stay in that energy or that headspace of the Fool. And the Fool is a beautiful card. It's a major arcana. It's a very powerful card. It's the first card in the tarot, if I'm not mistaken. And it's all about innocence, taking risk, open-mindedness, okay, and new beginnings. And, you know, the Fool is alone. You also received the aloneness card. And aloneness doesn't mean loneliness, but it can be very lonely to do something completely on your own and to feel like maybe you don't always have the support. So maybe you felt like you haven't always had this support and you've had to go about it on your own. Okay, especially if administration and higher ups have not given you approval or are not supporting you in the way that you felt like you needed to be supported, whether that be friends, family, whoever. And then with silence, silence is not actually about silence. Silence is about listening to your inner voice and staying true to it and being strong and not letting the outside world affect your trajectory and where you want to take yourself. So this is where you have been. This is the energy that has gotten you this far. This is why you are moving forward in that direction and you're almost to the completion phase of whatever it is you're working on, whether that be forming a healthy relationship, starting a new business, okay? And let me know in the comments below what it is you're working on. Like if you feel inclined, like I'm really curious what projects you're working on. Like what is it that you're working on to completion? But anyway, Spirit is, you know, these are you got three major arcana. So Spirit wants you to know that this energy, the energy of the Fool, the silence of listening to your inner intuition, and your steadfastness when you felt maybe unsupported. This is what you need to stay in, okay? The energy that Spirit doesn't want you to get pulled into is the mind in reverse. And the mind in reverse it's telling me that like you can have these doubts pop in, and it's superhuman, super normal. Superhuman. Superhuman would be to like pretend those thoughts aren't there and to not have them. Like that doesn't exist. Everybody has doubts and insecurities, right? That's just part of having a human brain. Like it's there to try and protect us. But Spirit wants you to recognize that you have those thoughts and be like, yeah, okay. And let it roll off of you, okay? You have those thoughts, recognize them. Yeah, that doesn't resonate with me. Let it roll off. Just think of it as like you have these duck feathers, right, that keep you dry. And anytime the water runs off of your feathers, it just doesn't even get you wet. Just don't let it seep in, all right? Because everybody has intrusive thoughts. Everybody has doubts. Everybody has moments of uncertainty. But you are sitting in such a powerful manifestation energy that Spirit is like, hey, you got this. Keep it up. You got the right mindset. Don't let this fogginess in this image bring you doubt and uncertainty. Okay? So keep it up. And then on the Ace of Pentacles, you received the burden in reverse. So yeah, you have finally, or you will finally receive this offer or this abundance in the material world. I mean, you can't get much clearer than that. I mean, you are no longer being burdened with waiting, burdened with working and not seeing the results, right? It's paying off, and it's paying off very soon. All right. So let's go ahead and get your challenge. What is the challenge for this time, please? For Capricorn. What is the challenge for Capricorn? Okay. So you have one flyer, 1 second. So we have the Two of Wands in reverse. Okay, so this is pretty straightforward. So your challenge is indecision at this time. So you may be approached with 2 different directions, all right? And the message that I'm hearing is that which way you choose doesn't matter. It's how you approach the decision that matters. So if you're in that headspace that Spirit was like saying like, okay, you need to stay in the energy of the Fool, the energy of inner intuition and staying true to yourself. If you're in that energy, no matter what choice you make, it will be the right one for that time. So I think we can get caught up in the decision itself when we're approached with different options. We can like second guess ourselves and like get in our own head and in our own way. But Spirit is saying the decision itself is not as big as you think. It's how you approach it that actually matters. Because I get the feeling like no matter what choice you make, if you're in that like place of authenticity, which seems like you've been in for quite some time, it will just continue to work out for you. Like I'm just seeing like doors flinging open like left and right, okay? So remember, like how we approach things is sometimes even more important than the items in it, the like items that approach us themselves, okay? Because like in the zoomed out picture, that's what really matters. So we're gonna get your ally. What is Capricorn's ally, please? Whoa. Okay, so we have 2 flyers. We have the Emperor and the 7 of Pentacles. Yes, yeah, so this goes along perfectly with what I've been saying. The Emperor is strong, steadfast, staying true to what works for him. He's very methodical, very deliberate, very strong-willed, and very much like Capricorn energy, okay? And the 7 of Pentacles is all about patience and knowing that the work you've put in will pay off. So your ally is steadfastness and strength. And it sounds like you already have that. You just have to keep it up. All right, let's get your ending oracle with the Star Codes Astro Oracle, and then we'll close out this reading. And thank you for all of my new subscribers and all the people who comment on my channel. I really appreciate it. I read all the comments, and it just means a lot to me and helps me know that like this is resonating with you. Yeah. So, all right. So we do have one card that came out. Card number 47, Ninth House Exploration. All right. Bear with me while I look up this card. So card number 47. You might want to check and see what's in your ninth house. See how this resonates to the reading. All right, so exploration. If your chart were a village map, the ninth house would contain the international airport, university, or broadcasting tower. The ninth house is the original World Wide Web. It speaks of how we expand our world through official and unofficial higher education, travel, international understanding, philosophy, and global communication. Action. Go exploring. Step out of your comfort zone to see what lies beyond the boundaries of your familiar bubble. Step into a new country, try on a fresh attitude, and immerse yourself in an unusual body of knowledge or spiritual philosophy you did not grow up with. It is hard to see your bubble, the lens of your experience, until you step outside it. Look back to your socioeconomic milieu, family and friends, and education, and confront any unconscious assumptions that your people, your class, your culture is all there is. You are being charged to develop a truly diverse perspective and understand that real diversity in a person, ecosystem, or company builds resilience. Push your unique boundaries. If you're an urbane international traveler, you may be most stretched by small town life. Read the philosophy and spirituality from a far corner of the world. Once you've done all this work, share what you've learned with the world as a speaker, writer, traveler, teacher, or internet diva. Wake up the world. Challenge. When you finally break through and can see the far horizons, it can be difficult to reconcile the allure of those infinite possibilities with the familiarity of people close to you. Both are important. Gift. Widen your horizon and expand your world. Explore in your mind, body, and soul. Teach what you know. The world is waiting for you. All right. Thank you, Capricorn. I will see you next time. Have a good one.